What's the story, everybody? So, episode 2 of In the Shadows. And in this episode, guys, I said I would talk a little bit about how myself and Raf came up with the name Shadow Fight Goods, some of the thought process behind that, and some ideas on the shield and why we came up with the shield as our logo. So, firstly, for me, guys, I'm a mixed martial arts coach. I've been working in the background or in the shadows with fighters and students for many, many years. And as a coach, you do work in the background. You're not the person that gets into the cage and fights on the night or gets into the ring and fights on the night. We do all of our work in the background, in the shadows. And then for me to decide to set up a business, a combat sports brand, I felt like I had to come out of the shadows and be at the forefront for the business. Raf, on the other end, was over in the US developing products for various different companies and working in the background, working behind the scenes, working in the shadows. And for him, he always wanted to develop his own products for his own company. So, one of our main mottos is step out of shadows. So the two of us decided to step out from behind the scenes and develop this business and be at the forefront. But that's not only the case for those guys. And we realize, as fighters or as anybody, most of the hard work is done behind the scenes. A good phrase is, the likes of it, the real work is done in the shadows, and we believe that. We know whether your goal is to get a promotion and work, whether your goal is to be a champion, whether your goal is to, put yourself out there and have a fight. We know that all the hard work is done in the background, in the shadows, behind the scenes. All the significant work is done when nobody's watching. And we realize that, and we know, all our followers are doing that. And we've been doing that ourselves. So that's kind of the main reason behind the name. In regards to to our logo, our shield, okay, people don't realize that the shield also has, a little throwback to that step out of shadow. So if you can see here, we've got an S, an O, another O, and an S here. So that's for step out of shadows. Obviously it's a shield. We use a shield. Shield is not only for defense. We kind of treat the shield as your guard. And your guard is there to help you deal with everything that your opponent throws at you, but also not only your opponent. The shield represents you dealing with everything that life throws at you. For us, the ups and downs of this business. It's not easy, but the shield represents that it represents your guard, represents resilience and perseverance. And so that's where we came up with the shield as a logo. We know what it takes to be successful in any aspect of life. It takes stepping out of the shadows. It takes putting yourself out there, putting yourself into those uncomfortable positions, because on the other side of that uncomfortable feeling is usually where all the success is. And for us, early in our business development, we're finding in problems every day, and we're having to come up with solutions, and we're having to put ourselves out there and put ourselves into uncomfortable situations. And for you, whether your goal is to get a promotion and work, or whether to get into the cage and have a fight, or whether to just lose weight, or whatever your goals may be, it is going to be uncomfortable. It is going to be it's going to be a test of character to actually put yourself out there, and we know that, and we're going through the same. So that's the reason behind the name Shadow Fight Goods, the reason behind our shield or our guard. That's what it represents. And we're all striving to become better people in every aspect of life. And so let's all try and do that together. So obviously that's a quick breakdown of the name Shadow Fight Goods. I hope you enjoy the story and the thinking behind the name Shadow Fight Goods, the story and the thinking behind the shield as a logo. And if you do enjoy it, guys, and you have been enjoying the series, please like and subscribe, share to your friends, and join us on this journey to try and develop the best combat sports brand in the world. Cheers.